First of all, you need to know that before coming to Orlando Pirates, that Orlando Pirates have been in similar season, the same like Wydad. They have been Wydad this year. Wydad were 6 as far as I have followed in the league. It's meaning 2016-17 was a disastrous season for Orlando Pirates standards. And coming down to South Africa, I have looked for a young coach that I will work with and that we could complement each other. I would bring my African experience with me. I will bring myself, and he would bring South African experience, and he would bring that an enormous quality working ethics with himself. So I decided to request Orlando Pirates to Rulani Mokwena to join me. We have been together for 2 years with practically returning the pride of the badge of Orlando Pirates from being punching bag, losing 6-0 against Mamelodi Sundowns and Supersport United to being the title contenders. And it was not an easy task, but first task that we put in front of ourselves, it was task of complementing each other. Himself with his knowledge of South African football, myself with knowledge of African football, and together knowledge of international modern football. We have combined each other from so many aspects, establish protocols, procedures, establish system and structures that until today is operating in Orlando Pirates, and Orlando Pirates will never go back to the season of disaster. Similar mission he has now, I believe, in Wydad. I wish that protocols, procedures, garnished with system and structure that Wydad already has, with strengthening with the players that will make Wydad strong again and returning back to the winning culture that is identity card of Wydad will be the first mission. When we have been in Orlando Pirates together, I could tell you our first mission was we have analyzed that Orlando Pirates had possession of the ball in 37% average in season before us. So we have turned the style of play, we have turned the game model to one game model that is suiting to the supporters that love good football. And we have gone to possession in that season between 63 to 67% per match. What was simply an unbelievable turnaround, doubling the quality of the possessing the ball, guaranteeing with possession of the ball that we shall have ball in possession and create the chances, and chances will bring the goals, and goals will bring the results. In the same moment, we needed to close behind leakages defensively. And in leakages defensively, we have really provided a very good behind the ball play called rest defense that has made us being the very dominant team that is controlling the game. And arguably that were 2017-18, 2018-19, one of the most beautiful football we played in history of Orlando Pirates, and this is how supporters remember us. I need to tell that Rulani is an independent person with his age. His thinking is at least 10 years ahead of his age from a point of maturity, seniority, looking at the things, going from Orlando Pirates to Mamelodi Sundowns is a new step in the right direction, where he got the platform to prove himself on that level, and he was just continuing upgrading what he already got from Pizzo Mosimane that has gone to Ahli Cairo to coach. And all what I can say is that we had a game where we have looked at controlling the game, at possessing the game with right patterns in build-up, effective going forward appearance in pockets of space in order to progress into the final third. So many entrances into the final third and into the box, positioning the players in the right spaces in order to have a variety of attacks in open play and set pieces, having the best way of defending by making the high press that has been extremely effective, and we had several lines of pressing traps high up the field. Our midfield had an extreme nurtured culture of counter press in the middle. We had an organized rest defense. We were defending very high up the field. We were playing with high defensive line, and this has been really catching the eyes of supporters, and supporters have really appreciated our way of playing the football. We were really looking going forward as the best way of defending is to attack. And Rulani, as a person that is 24 hours soldier and servant of the game of football, has upgraded all these even much more, having in mind that he has gone to several trips to Europe, that on daily basis with all the significant personalities in the world of football he's in contact, that he's on several forums of the best coaches on this planet. And I believe that he has really brought himself to the best version, coaching version at present. Now, there is issue that with Mamelodi Sundowns, after winning what he could win and regretfully dropping down in the CAF Champions League, not reaching what he was planning, he decided to pull out and to go for the new challenge. And just today we were speaking, and I will come to visit him to Casablanca in the next 2 days. He's at present looking to deeply analyze the present situation of Wydad. He's looking together with the management to strengthen the team. And he's looking to make a coaching staff believing in extremely hard-working ethics, with deep attention to the details, with establishing a game model that will really suit to the culture of Wydad, that is a team that has winning culture inside. And all these things will really need, and I told him today, not surgeon operation. This is neurosurgeon operation that he needs. He needs to take care of the deepest details that he will catch, having in mind any person that he needs to go the road, the two tracks. Track number one, he must to achieve result, because he can never convince Wydad supporters that he's doing something if results are not coming. And in the same moment, he needs to build a culture, mentality, spirit, and to establish the chemistry that will make Wydad retaining the pride of the Wydad badge back by returning to the winning ways, returning to what is supposed to be people that are dictating the football passion, football trends. And I believe in Rulani Mokwena. I believe in support of all of you, Wydadawi. I believe that management will understand and support the coach, because together I count myself as an admirer and person that few years back I had in front of me the contract with your former president Nasiri to come and coach Wydad. I have sympathies to your club. I believe that there is no strong Moroccan football if Wydad and Raja are not fighting for the highest places in the league and representing country the best way. There is no strong Champions League if Wydad is not there. And there is no strong Arab Champions League if Wydad is not rocking with their performances. Mohammed V Stadium is a fortress where so many teams have fallen down, and just thinking about that singing songs of Widadawi is something that I believe will inject a special adrenaline of motivation to Rulani, adrenaline to the new management that is coming, adrenaline to everyone, so that Wydad goes back where it belongs, to the top of Moroccan and African football. Look, you have an enormous amount of heritage. This meaning heritage is existing. This is in your bones, in your culture, in your identity. In identity of Wydad is winning. Winning equals Wydad. Wydad equals winning. And this is something that is inside you. I know that club of that magnitude and culture, when you win, is like a revolution. So under those circumstances, I personally believe that Wydad just need to go back to respecting heritage and respecting the demands of the quality performances and having the identity of game model that Rulani will impact. And I have no doubts that he will succeed in that mission. I do not ask patience for him, because I know him as a born winner, that he will from the first training start with criteria, standards, benchmarks that are the highest demand. He will, before demanding from the players and the management as a role model and positive example, work very hard in practical way to bring the pride of Wydad back where it belongs, on top of Moroccan and African. I need to explain you something. It was one player in Orlando Pirates called Tembikosi Lorch that was perennial talent, reaching to the point. Your players need to be they already talent, quality. On talent and quality, Rulani will inject inside them an enormous amount of ethics, professional standards. And if I'm telling you that every single player, when he enters in one training, he need to, and he goes out of training, he need to be better than on the start of the training. When he enters a match, he must to be better than match before. And there are mechanisms that we have established in our procedures and protocols, and that is that every player will need to do the self-analysis. Coach Rulani and his staff will do the team analysis, and then every player will individually with the coach have corrections of wrongdoings and prizing and confident injecting with what was rightly done. So good balance between confidence lifting from the coach with whatever players do right, but pushing the players that they are thinking what they are doing. They are not just mechanically coming on the field of play and working, but really intended to improve themselves to the best version of each player. Players will, with steps of 7 miles, improve individually, because coach of his magnitude, believing in his power of coaching, he will give the chance to young players. He will have the highest demands. He will increase the competition between the players in the training and in the matches. And this will excel under his coaching, because he will not allow a stone unturned in order to turn ordinary player into the better player, to turn better player into the best version of each player, based on their talent and quality, of doing the improvements, on doing the individual programs. If some player has problem with a weaker foot, left foot, he will design the programs that will make players improving where they are weak, upgrading where they are good, and with such a standards, he will bring real positive revolution to Wydad and approach you are having. He will not come just to prepare your players for competition and compete in the competitive matches. He will look individually, in partnerships, in departments and all team, to improve your team and outlook the way they are playing football. He would not just wish your team to play football, but he would wish your team to play good football and get results. Huge difference. First of all, you need to know how his first time out of his country, and I just told him also today, he's fully aware, I just reconfirmed what he knows. He knows very well over the years, and it is more than 10 years since he's beside Pizzo Mosimane, beside me, himself. That is now an enormous amount of experience of learning culture, tradition, style of life, knowing the differences between Morocco, culture, tradition, style of life, habits, overall spirit, chemistry, and other things that are going with that. Is huge difference between South Africa, where he was with the players that he was living similar life himself, coming from Soweto, from the area where he was growing beside his grandmother, in the area where he had 2 roads, one road to go into the football, or second road, like so many of his friends that have gone into the criminal. So he went into the football to run away from the criminal. That was obvious for him, because I know him very well. His father, his mother, Madame Linda, is a great personality that brought him well up. His grandmother is his role model that brought him up in the best possible culture of bringing the well-mannered person up to become mature. And all what I can tell you, he's fully aware of differences, and I wish that he uses every moment to learn your culture, your tradition, your style of life, your habits, so that he brings South Africa in his heart. He brings his knowledge in his head. But under his skin, he needs as soon as possible to become more Moroccan than Moroccans. This is what is the formula for him to succeed, and this is what I will repeat and repeat to him, that this needs to exist. South Africa in his heart as his country, his football knowledge in his head, but under his skin, he needs to be more Moroccan than Moroccans. Look, I have coached Ben Sharkey, I have coached your players, and simply you need to understand, first you need to analyze background of the player, from where he's coming, is meaning there are different jokes in South Africa, different jokes in Morocco. You need as soon as possible to find an stick and carrot approach, and that is carrot when things are good, to price the player to lift his confidence, and stick when things are not good, to tell straightforward. And every big player, and Wydad players are big players, like to know the truth, and Rulani will tell them truth straight into the face. And between authorities that he wants to establish, I believe that there are two crucial authorities: authority of knowledge, that he knows so much about the football, but this does not mean anything if he does not implement practically, and authority of justice, where he wants to treat every single player in the same manner, no matter of his age, no matter of anything, but this question, who can deliver for Wydad, that one will be respected. And when I judge and measure from this point, if it's question of knowing about football, Rulani is already successful with that. However, in football and coaching is not about what Rulani knows, but what Rulani succeeds of his knowledge to transfer into the players, so that players turn that knowledge into practical performance on the field of play, getting performances and results based on talent and quality. And I believe that he will succeed in that mission. From distance, I will still be in touch with him. He's the biggest supporter, the way I told him today. Whatever it happened, I am great optimist that you people in Morocco, Wydadawi, you will be happy with the top class young coach that you get, because for me, he's at present in top 3 African coaches on the continent. Look, first of all, he has an enormous amount of vocabulary and wide knowledge, not only of football, but generally of life. And having that in mind, I'm convinced that he will find 2 keys, that he will find the football key in order to transfer football knowledge, but also he would like to penetrate into the heart of the players, giving them heart while taking the soul for the sake of service being given to Wydad. So in that two-way traffic, giving them everything and taking everything from them in order to serve Wydad, I believe that is the formula that will work in man management, that he will find a way how to manage your players. First of all, believe me, he's just 2 days there, but immediately we were talking today, I have seen that he's fully aware of place he has come. There is a special adrenaline when you work like this. I'm 23 years coach in African continent, and I know very well what is meaning in 6 very big clubs, from Zamalek to Orlando Pirates to Hilal Sudan, to Young Africans Tanzania, to Sports Club Villa Uganda, to St. George Ethiopia. I was in all these clubs, and those are just big clubs, and I know how adrenaline of the coach works in such an environment where you have millions of supporters that are on demand of good performance and results. I personally believe that management that brought him want to make Rulani being their right decision. And if they want Rulani to be the right decision as a coach, they need to find a formula. They need to find a formula to give him all the necessary support, and to have a code of conduct where everyone is soldier of Wydad in order to return Wydad where it belongs, and to not have situation that coach pushes one direction while management goes different direction. All of them, they need to go same direction. All of them need to function, and all of them, they need selflessly to serve Wydad. And that to happen, I believe that new management want to prove the point and to show that they are capable and able to carry dreams of millions of supporters. And I believe that they have everything what it takes, together with supporters, to give necessarily welcome, necessarily support, practical support, not just declarative, not just declaration, but practical support to the coach, giving him everything what he needs, because I know that he knows how to successfully operation returning Wydad pride back. He will succeed to do that operation only with great assistance of the management, great desire of the players, and great support of the supporters. Look, let me tell you, it is very hard to play against team that Rulani is coaching due to his tactical acumen and sometimes something that rarely people see, because behind him are sleepless nights. He really take care of 5 aspects of the game. Theoretical awareness is the first. He's watching at least 10 matches of opposition before knowing them into the deepest possible details. Second is mental strength of his teams. Third one is physical fitness of his teams, that is very hard to outfight and outrun them. Then it comes so-called technical effectiveness and tactical competitiveness that he has in the team. So it is very hard to play. But if I tell to you now how to play against Rulani, then I am becoming the friend of Raja and enemy of Wydad. So if I play against him, I will know how I will do, because nobody, even his mother Linda, doesn't know him enough the way I know him deep inside his football soul and good human heart. So I will keep this as my secret, but I know it's very hard to play against the teams that are coached by Coach Rulani. Look, this is something that you will hardly understand, but I have gone through that process, because 2016-17 Orlando Pirates had the most, they have been 1 point from being relegated to the second division. And we have deeply analyzed the problems behind. There were groupings, there were clans in the team, there were divisions between foreigners and players from here, from there. When he referred to good human beings, that is meaning an element of enormous respect, of recognition, of appreciation, of gratitude, of he meant it in purely human aspect. And you people in Islam, you know very well how your good religion is preaching exactly the best in human beings. So just let them be good believers in Allah, let them be good believers in football, and I believe through such an aspect they will become better human beings and better players, making better team until becoming the best team. I have no doubt that this will happen for him. This will give him a breathing space to use the week between match and match to touch every single detail. And I'm convinced that individually, in partnerships, in departments, and as all team, that Wydad will be much better than it was this season, because I believe in ethics, I believe in knowledge, I believe in spirit and chemistry that Rulani want to establish in Wydad, and I really wish him all the best. I always like to say, may Almighty Allah or God, whatever anyone believe, give to me what I wish to happen to him. So good luck and all the best to Rulani and to Wydad. Support him, and you will see the miracle of supporters being happy with the performances and results. You need to know something. I told him today, Wydad cannot bring new players that will come there, and they will need time for acclimatization, adaptation, and adjustment. When Wydad bring foreign player, that player need to come and make immediate difference, immediate impact, and to walk into the team as a visible added value and addition of quality. Otherwise, there is no point of bringing, because big team has no time for player to adapt. Big team has duty with immediate effect. Whoever comes as a player, that he need to perform up to highest standard. And fully aware of that, I believe that him and management will choose in addition of new players. They need to go for those 5 foreigners, need really to be the difference makers. And this is the main point in an additional aspect. Then from the point of local aspect, also players that have a projection, of serving the team in the best possible way. And finally, players that are retained, and young players in Wydad, they need to grab the chance that with Coach Rulani as a proven coach that is really known with pulling and squeezing, same like from lemon, last drop from the players, talent and quality into performance and result. I believe that he will find the formula to do that. Every word I say has its meaning, and I hope that this will reach to the people, because I want to present him to Wydadawi in the best possible way. But in the same moment, he himself is very demandful person. Tonality of his voice today, I spoke with him, was in such a manner that I have seen person really in business. 7 times we have spoken today, and every time in his tonality of voice, I have felt a person busy in rebuilding the team, in restructuring the things, and returning the identity.